if you get on them and they
How about
escape
needs to
with
go
a
to see if
sliver of
NRG
health.
wants to get back in the
really
top?
like the
I haven't been watching that much. Was dude? I thought Palafox was the one that one Chinese guy, LPL guy said he was good. I haven't been watching. I don't watch it like that. I just started watching it recently.
They're looking like a potential invade.
Maybe he was good.
So Core is standing over the wall here. This is something where you can have your AD walk up, and then if someone's in there, you can sometimes respond. They also fish with the Ivern Q, so you can take out over the wall if you do actually connect on someone. So nice little attempt. It doesn't find anything, but I do like those
Okay,
looks.
they safety
TL
warded.
looking like they are still
did
gonna
the
be
same
opting
ward
in
as
lane
before.
tops. They are going to be moving over there. It is, of course,
Ivern
important
has
that
multiple
gets
paths
some
that you can
uninterrupted clears,
go.
so they're going to have some safe
You want
space
your
on the map
first
for him
clear
because he needs time to
uncontested on
channel.
Ivern.
You can't just like fight someone for a camp like other camps, other junglers do
Okay,
work.
they're lane swapping again.
Really
We're just okay with it.
Team
Why?
first pick Sejuani when they Prio on her.
I hate this shit so
She's
much.
not a great jungle invade skirmisher aggro type of champion, so Ivern should feel relatively
Okay,
safe
Rumble's like,
against
fuck
those
this.
types
Now
of
he's just not
early
even going
invades
top,
and
unlike he did
interruptions
last
you're
game.
talking about, Isaac.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll see, where exactly this is going to go. Clearly, NRG are aware that there are some shenanigans going on. You can see Dokla is heading over towards mid lane. He's just going to look for a little bit of Electro Harpoon harass here.
Ezreal's getting solo
and
XP.
we'll see if he can find that. You can also see on the map
We're
that Impact
zoning
is actually being pushed
Ornn
out of
from
bot
XP
lane. But
completely.
I'd like to take a little bit of time to talk about Yon, because we talked about APA last game. Yon has been so good for this team. When I think back to Worlds last year, he just couldn't really seem to kind of get it done for the squad. He wasn't really showing up in those big
his path
moments.
uncontested.
And
Rumble's
he has
looking
had
to stop him
such
here.
a
I kind of like that,
resurgence,
but he has
coming
no
into this year,
team.
has really been able to perform.
He's
not only
solo
at a super
doing
high
this.
level, but incredibly consistently as well as potentially in trouble.
Oh my
He's
god.
not going to be
No, it's
as
just a level
scared
one.
as you would
Yeah.
expect him to be, because that's only a level 1 Rumble. Dokla's got to try to get away to the safety of his teammates. He flashes right into Impact, who's waiting with the headbutt.
Dude.
It's first blood for the team.
But you
Liquid
know
top
they're
laner.
going to
Choo-choo,
lane
baby,
swap.
The train has left the station.
Yeah,
Why
that's
do
tough,
we
but,
think we're
here
going
we
to
can
get
see
him at
this
their
is the
own
same thing
game?
for Yon
We
in summer
don't want to
23.
play
He
the
got some points. He
2v2 out?
finished 5th overall in spring 24, 7th out of 8
Ugh.
AD carries as far as the votes.
I mean,
are.
I'd be
So really
tilted
only
as fuck
a
if I was
vote or
Dokla
two
too,
there
so
that he can
whatever.
actually grab. Again, this is a guy now that pretty much everyone, if you go back and watch pros, the pros are calling the best AD carry in the league, right? This guy is really performing that incredible.
I mean, it's over. And he wasted his
and
flash.
been
He's
such a
getting
big
no
part,
XP
not
at
only
all.
their success here,
Ornn
but
gets
their
the
success
kill,
at
so he's
MSI,
from ahead.
their
This lane
success at
slow
UDC.
pushing.
He has really been performing when it matters, and I think it is just crazy to see the glow up from Yon and APA.
Yeah, I think both of them are just incredibly diligent. Again, trained by Spawn on PLA.
Yep, and since Ivern pad top,
the big thing
now what
for
do you do?
me for Yon is kind of similar to
What do you do?
APA.
An
in
orange
that
wave is
he
beautiful.
Seems to understand the
you can't even
map
get XP
really,
anymore because you don't have flash. You're level 2
so when
again.
they do
Ornn is just going to be
rotate
level
him
4
around,
again. A 2-level
he's
lead the
ready.
entire
I
game.
remember being at
This is
MSI
bad.
and talking to some of the EU casters when he was playing Lucian, and they were like, okay, no Western ADCs.
Poor JJ, though,
Dokla
immediately
dead.
for the engage on Dokla, straight out of
Yoinked
the
the
brush.
kill. He does that all the
Lead
time.
charge on the
Why does he
Rel
do that?
yet again. You thought the game started bad for Big Dokes. It's gonna stay bad if Team Liquid has
So
their
again,
way.
Dude, that's really
Dokla
tough. I mean,
literally
he has no
did
TP,
not
right?
have an
So it's
opportunity
very,
to
very
play
difficult.
League
You
of
can see he's
Legends
already putting some
both of these
assist
games.
things up towards top because he knows
Both.
he needs to be able to
He has
try
not
to
been able
fix
to play.
this wave, but TL are already moving towards mid and just constantly scrapping here.
No flash, no flash, no flash.
So ready to engage back on Core JJ. His Contracts follows it up with a flash Arctic Assault. Core still alive here for another second. 58.
Yo.
Comes Yon though.
He's still trying to walk it
Yo.
up. Core's gonna die, but what's the cause?
God.
Palafox has to flash out as
That
Umpty is
reach.
ready to keep that chase going. APA still needs a little bit more damage. Palafox with a soul unbound protects his team on
He
the
solo
way
agrees the
out.
game. I mean, he didn't want to just
That
sit
is
top
really
lane
good for
and
NRG
get
to
dove
something back
dove
there.
again.
But again, the
That's what would have
problem is
happened.
gonna be, how do you
Ivern
get
was pathing
Dokla in
top.
this
He would have
game?
set
Right
a
now,
second.
Impact is
The wave
uninterrupted
stack,
down in
he
the bot
dies
lane.
regardless.
Look at how TL allowed the wave to push towards them on that top side to try to deny Dokla. Impact, meanwhile, there's no one there to dive him. He's going to collect this fat stacked wave in front of FBI, who has no mana. So Impact is going to get so much experience, a bunch of gold here, and you can see he's already
was no flash. I
nearly
don't know Alistar's
500
up
now,
here.
over 500 gold.
Just
ahead with
Alistar,
that
though. I think
first
Alistar has
plus
to
everything
recall.
else.
And Umpty and Yon are
Yet
ready
again.
to
They're
go
trying to
for
knock one under
Dokla.
tower. This might be good.
Core JJ with a crash down, but a nice three-man pulverized from Huhi.
No way.
Oh, the shield! The shield was perfectly timed. Umpty gets away. Oh my God, it's an absolute disaster.
Holy
for NRG
shit.
in top
Okay.
lane.
Ivern!
Oh.
This is exactly what he does, right? Even
Whatever,
with
bro.
Yuhi
This is
waiting in
the.
that bush,
I'm not worried
able
about this
to
series. This is not the main
respond
event.
to the play because they're just gonna re-dive this, right, and completely make Dokla's life miserable.
Ivern's so busted.
It's exactly
What
what
has he
you were
done?
talking about, where Ivern wants to be.
The game was
on
lost
the
from
map,
lane
and
swap. Like,
already
there
you've
is
seen
nothing
his
to do.
impact in these back-to-back fights.
Yeah, I mean, Ivern doesn't even need items to be annoying.
No,
That's the thing.
he's
Like,
so annoying.
you just get out there and you just start shielding up your carries, and that's the thing that can make these fights so difficult. Is you just don't hit that critical threshold of damage. Like, this is a great combo here from Huhi. He comes in from behind. They have the overheat. He's flame spitting across all these members. They get a 3-man combo. You think, okay, maybe they can actually turn this around and get something here. This last auto comes through. It gets shielded in the air as the empowered auto is swinging for Huhi. He has no more damage to give. Both the kills go to Jan. That is a disaster, and Spawn's like,
Guy's never happy.
just another Saturday.
Make sure
But
you
there's
guys
Rain
know
over there.
their
Rain
another day
over
at the
there is
office.
cheering, right? He did cite Rain over in the
Lane
coach's
swap
interview
ruins
as
games?
the nicer,
Bro, okay, I know.
nicer one.
Okay, is lane swap common in like other
If they win
LPL
Worlds, I
or
think
whatever?
TL might get a fist pump out of Spawn.
And let's not overdo it here, all right?
Just a little like a
Is it
not a
just
full
like
one, you
TL
know?
that does it?
Everyone will
All right.
receive a very meaningful handshake.
LCK does it all the
As
time?
APA is going to receive a gank, and it's not going to do a whole lot more than get his flash. We'll see if they can punish that here in the next
Only
5
G2
minutes.
and TL
as
abuse
Umpty's
it?
making sure he's ready if Contracts wants to come back around for the return play. But it looks like Contracts is going back into his own jungle.
Only the
instead.
best
Dokla
in
has
each
finally
region.
made it down to the bottom lane. I was going to ask earlier if we could toggle the gold and see if Dokla had less money than both supports, because I think he did. But he should be at least back up above.
I don't think of
support
World
counters
Cup.
at this point, while a 2v2
At the World Cup, they
topside,
did do that. Okay, but
bullet
okay,
time,
they
big
have the
combo
meth.
beyond. He's down to 200 HP, but who he is even lower.
Flash.
Core JJ, one more
That
auto
barrier.
attack will take him down.
Yep, he has barrier. He might
FBI
win this
gets
too.
it. That last
They may go
turret
in.
shot will not connect.
Ivern's gonna
It
kill.
means that
You gotta
FBI
go.
gets
Ivern's
away.
gonna kill. You gotta.
NRG, 2v2
Here comes
here
Ivern.
and get one kill, but now another 2v2 is ready for him. Umpty joins up.
They got his
as
flash.
He cannot find the combo on Jan. He's on a killing spree, and FBI
Hey, happy feet.
trying to
Where is
focus
Sejuani
Umpty,
this entire
trying to
game,
get
by the way?
something here. The barrier is used. The barrier might not have been enough. One more
Ooh,
hit
he
is all
kind of
we need.
cooked. FBI kind of cooked that. What the fuck?
Look how close it is on
Yeah.
both sides. Ivern's got no health. The Ezreal has no health. The MF
I don't think
has
I've
no
seen
health.
Sejuani play-
fancy
what's
beat
Contracts
up
doing,
for
by the
FBI
way?
to be able to get out of a difficult situation.
This entire
there, so it
game.
only
Why are we
ended
just
up
not
being one
perma? Like,
traded
everything's
back
happening top
in
lane.
what looked like
Are
it
we
was
like
gonna be a
zoning the
sure
rumble from
2
or the
kills.
Ornn from XP?
Yeah,
No,
that
he's
looked
up 2 levels.
Really rough, and it was set up by a pretty good play, right? Like Umpty was responding to that play coming out of FBI and Huhi, setting up the MF ult, juggling aggro. Huhi took maybe
Yeah,
one
right on the edge.
too many turret shots there, but they managed to do it. Good response from TL as well. As we see, yeah, here's the initial play.
Wonder if there
I
wasn't a
almost
way that
thought
that ult
Huhi was
kill
cooked
somebody.
here,
Yeah,
a little bit.
I thought he might have died. I also thought FBI was potentially going to take another tower shot
Yep.
there, but he clearly knew the timing. Even stopped on the very edge, took one more auto, then backed out. That was really well done. Look at Jan, flashes in aggressively, or excuse me, shifts in aggressively, then flashes the combo to get that first kill, then the chase
I
down
don't think
comes
he has
out.
to flash.
I wonder if he could have actually just let the ulti rip when Umpty hit the Q on FBI there,
Yeah.
and that might have been enough damage to get it done, because now they're too low, they can't actually take any turret shots, so it's all
The
down to
FBI
the
did really
dodges.
well.
FBI equal to the task, dodges the Q, dodges the R, stays alive.
That was so close, man, on both sides. So close. Team Liquid still up 600 gold, though. 5-2, so still a pretty bloody game, but not as bloody as the first one was. We'll still see if NRG can find anything more in the neutral category so far.
All right,
they have the only
Contracts,
neutral
let's,
objectives
play
claimed.
some
They have
LOL.
the first 3 Void Grubs. None of it was interrupted or challenged this time around. Nobody has gone from an early Drake. It's off to a better start than
Oh,
game
wait.
number 1 was.
We haven't really talked
Was
about
it?
this
Game
very
number 1 started
exciting
with the
mid lane
first blood on
matchup.
the invade.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about objectives. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the objectives part. You didn't get none of those.
It's a better start than game number 1 if you don't count the part where they had a better start in game number 1.
I'm not counting. It
I
is
mean,
a better
it's stabilized.
start.
It's
Yes,
his
you're not
XP,
wrong.
bro.
Yeah.
It is the
That
XP
was
that
exactly
they don't
like
talk
game number
about.
1, though. Palafox's
Humble, like,
fate
he's
sealed
gonna be
again.
down a
Just
level and a
never
half the
finding
entire
mark
game.
here as APA can evade them every time we see it.
He's down
And
30
this
CS
should
too.
be a
Jesus.
pretty good Drake setup for TL. They already had mid prio off of Jan pushing in there, and they had previously set up APA doing some damage on that tier 1 turret post this. And I'm curious to see what they're going to do with topside coverage too. As
I
we've
played
seen
with this
Impact
Yone onto
put
Garen.
down a lot of these wards in the opponent's side jungle to kind of
I mean,
track
honestly,
where
it'd be
the
more
enemy
useful.
jungler is. It actually came up huge in the C9 game several times. And if you look at their vision line, it's really,
They
really
have Ignite
well
versus
set up
TP on Rumble.
all the
I mean,
way
that's
across
solo
here
queue versus
for TL.
team versus pro
They
play.
got
You
a
can't.
lot of deep wards there. And Impact has a ton of magic resist now up in the top lane, so Doko is just not going to hurt him. And you're kind of at this point where Ornn in these melee matchups, when he has that much MR, like he'll just kill you if you fight him, right? So it just becomes about only pushing waves. APA, yes, he
Definitely not
gets
a
pushed
forced
back. Every
trade,
time we
it's
see
not
Palafox
obvious.
go aggressive, he forces the
On a
Valkyrie, but
ward.
that's really it. And Contracts will be spotted by this ward in that pixel brush. So APA can just complete
Playing
the
the
recall,
swap
should be
meta,
fine
I'm
to get out of
silver.
there,
You have an
and
unfavorable
does have his
matchup,
TP,
it's
so
better.
could get back down towards
Plus,
bot
it
now.
turned like
I'm curious when we're going to get
You're
to
playing
these
your
larger
game,
fights where NRG
right?
can try to
If you
combo
lane swap, you're
these
playing
big
your
AoE
own
abilities
game.
together. We did see
Like,
up in
you're
the
making
top
the
lane
plays
a few
that you
minutes
want
ago,
to make.
The first initial 2v2
You're doing what
with
you
FBI
want
and
to
Huhi
do.
came out on top. It was because of the bullet time doing so much damage to both enemy players. And hopefully for NRG,
And
they can
accounting
get that
top
together
side.
again
Even
here
losing
soon.
top
The
lane, it, like,
engage
saves
from
them.
Core JJ is just on point. Yon's on a rampage, and FBI falls. They're
dude,
still
I'm not,
chasing
like,
further.
general-
At least
like, I get
Daisy
it.
is. Maybe she's getting a
Whatever,
little bit ahead
lane
of
swaps,
herself
dude,
now.
Sejuani
Huhi
is not
survives it
participating
down in
in the
bottom
match.
lane. This 2v2 still isn't going to go a whole lot further as Palafox and Contracts back away.
Yeah, this was actually APA trying to get back to lane, and Impact TP's down there to cover him because he was getting zoned off the wave. So TL making sure that APA can continue to get farm. He's actually going to TP up towards top now to cover that push. So both laners
Lane swap and
swapping
solo
their
queue in, that would never
assignments,
work.
just making
Coordinated.
sure that they're getting the maximum out of this farm, playing the map well, being adaptive to the situation. Impact's not just going to sit
First pick
top when
Sejuani,
APA
I think
can't
they
farm
had
up.
to, or else
Yeah, and
Umpy
they
takes
pushed
it.
in.
They're playing it with lane swap.
Mid-wave,
The
they,
path
like
top.
you said, responded to that play bot
I have
side
top.
where it looked like Contracts was setting up for Palafox to be able to take
I mean,
all of those plates on
Okay,
bot side.
I know there's a mind
This
game
is
with the
what
lane swaps
TL
where,
do
okay,
really
are they
well
going to
in
swap?
terms
We don't know
of
if they're going to swap.
recognizing,
So
like,
let's go
when
bot
they
lane.
can
And like,
TP
you
to
try and
the
like
base,
predict
who
the
they
swap.
need to get gold
Is there,
in,
I don't
and
follow,
where
is there a
they
reason
need to
why,
cover
like,
their,
every single time
mid-wave
they're
with
not,
it.
like,
Impact
playing
has to run up now,
swap?
though, because they have no
Their bot
TPs
lane
on
as
their
well.
solo laners. Palafox does have his TP, and they don't want to give up 6 scrubs here, so we'll see if TL can start the fight properly.
TL just wants to at least get one of them away. Core
Hey,
JJ on the front.
well, that's no flash,
Equalizer with
MF.
Glacial Prison catches
There
out
it is.
APA. Bullet time over the
They
top.
got APA flash.
Nicely done. Comboed with the pulverize
Oh, this is
from
gonna hurt
Huhi.
like a
As
bitch.
Contracts needs to
Oh
get
my
back away. And the Ornhorn is summoned up. The first of the grubs goes over to NRG, but APA is going to kill on Huhi too. Now FBI
Bubble's
is
not
caught.
participating.
Impact with a beautiful
Donate.
knockoff.
Okay,
Once
it's a
again,
late
frontlining.
ult, but it's an
Finish
ult.
out of the wall
Not
for
bad.
Palafox finds
Maybe
free.
it's Ivern.
Nobody on Team Liquid is dead just yet. Palafox in the middle of everyone. He
get over.
can't get out in time. A double kill for Yon. Team Liquid is low, but Energy is dead. That is the team fighting difference yet again. As Impact and Yon do not want to let Contracts get away with this one either. The minion wave is coming up.
What's
Time is
Energy's
ticking
record?
down. Contracts knows his days in this lane are limited. Yon and Impact only need a little bit more damage in the extended fight. His 2 grubs for
Dude,
1,
Yone's
3
always
kills for
so
nothing,
late on the
all
combo.
for
I feel like
TL.
he held that
Just
old
like
combo
that, nearly
forever.
a 4,000 gold lead, 13 minutes in.
Gold
TL
lead's not the
execute
worst. Okay,
again
let's rewatch
so
this.
well in these fights. The
I think
initial
Ivern
play
needs
looks
to
like
die.
It's going to be a good one on the APA.
You know Rel has
because
ult,
Impact
though.
is lagging to the fight, but
Okay,
Palafox
we
also
probably that. Okay,
wasn't there.
okay,
It went
we
before
do
you
we
even
not just
started
blow it? Where's
channeling
Yone?
his TP. Look at him, he's just
Oh, he's in
channeling his
Fountain,
TP
he
now.
late
Imagine
TPs. Did he
Palafox
was he
there
low healthy
when
after
APA
reset?
has this combo come down, and he can ult over the
He wasn't
top.
even here
APA
for
is dead
this.
instantly, and it's a very different fight.
Yeah.
But then he arrives.
Now he has
Impact
everything
comes in,
up,
creates
but he wants
so
to
much
flank.
space with that ulti.
Yeah, Impact was there ahead of him, right? And even when Palafox is able to go in, try to get
Wait.
onto
Like, imagine
some
they
of
had
these
stuff
TL
cooldowns
backline,
there.
APA is not actually caught by that. They're able to kite it out, kill off Palafox.
He knows it.
It's so tough.
Yeah.
I mean, this is one of these situations where it's.
Good job, coach. We did it. Undefeated.
He's trying
That's
to
all
hold
you,
his hands,
coach.
but we saw it spawn.
Just have APA pick Corky 15 more times, coach. Let's go.
I'm not 100% sure.
We're back to live and we're back to Herald, but yeah, that's one of those situations where I understand
go,
you really
coach.
want to get the buy.
Keep
you're
lane
not
swapping.
receiving
You're a
gold,
freak.
but it's just not working.
Yeah,
You
let's
need
go,
to be there
baby.
with your team faster. He didn't even have an item completion, so going back to buy some components. Yes, that makes you more powerful, but again, if he was there at the same time as his team engaged, maybe they kill APA. And the other side of that shoe is like, hey, maybe his team shouldn't have engaged until he did arrive, right?
Yeah.
But this has been the problem for NRG in this
Yes,
series.
they
They're
look
just
really
not
decent.
aligned on these engages.
Yeah, and it's specifically a problem when we talk about how this composition is supposed to work, right? Impact actually got to that fight before Palafox and was able to set up the ult as he's coming up river as well. And it's all about timing. When we look at this
late double work with the
composition,
LPL or
they've just been on point in
LCKT.
terms
I
of
mean,
setting up their team
it did.
fights.
I
But
think
also,
late
this is a
stopping
very
did work
classic,
against
like,
T1.
We have the beefy front line in Ornn. We have the double ADC. It's buffed
It did.
by the
TL
Ivern,
did really
and we
good
have
that
the
series,
Rel
and they
for
should've won.
Engage. And even when that
Then again,
timing
T1 looks like
isn't
trash
perfect,
right now, but
it's okay.
Doesn't have to be.
Yeah, on the other side, like we set up in draft, this has to go really, really well for them in terms of timing, and it has not thus far.
I mean, that's the power of easy win conditions, right? You know, there's a lot of value in multiple forms of engage, of having multiple carries who can put out high amounts of consistent damage. You know, TL draft these comps really well. They play the map incredibly well, and it makes it feel like you're getting choked out. And you can see NRG feels, okay, we have to respond to this because the Herald's getting dropped. Don't get bought. This is always the problem, is that now they're overloaded.
they have to
side.
force.
And again,
Everybody on TL has flash.
for free and bot, and they're losing
Unless
all those
they
waves. So now
sync
NRG
up
has
all
to
their
force.
CC. Okay,
TL know this, and
I
they
like
can
the
just back up.
Yeah, contracts
Oh,
over the wall.
who
here,
is
but
like,
now
wait,
he's
what am I
gotta be
doing?
Careful, he's stunned up with a shattering strike and had to flash over the wall.
It's not a-
try to escape
okay,
to
it's just
safety.
for
The
one.
Magnet Storm continues the lockdown. APA takes the first kill, and Energy
The
is
zoning
just
MF ult,
too
it's
scattered.
actually not
The
bad. It's
bullet
actually a good
time
MF
barely
ult in
tickles
zone, but
impact and barely hits anybody else. Dokla still trying to escape, but a max range root collar locks him up a little bit longer. True Shot Barrage can't finish the job, but it doesn't need to. Team Liquid got 2 kills. One of them's the enemy jungler. The Dragon's alive on the map. Energy's still trying to contest something, but what can you even do? Down 5,000 gold and 10 kills. 16 minutes.
I don't
into
think
the game.
5,000 gold is that much.
Decisive, you want to say,
I
oh,
think
go to
just
Baron,
a
and then you look
team.
up the clock, it's 16
Yeah.
minutes in, they're just getting crushed. They can't go to Baron because the Baron hasn't spawned. TL are just so far ahead of the clock of what you would expect this fight to do. And this is very similar again to that fight where Core caught 4 members on that hard engage, where they don't even have their member there. So NRG are hard forcing, trying to push up, and they're not respecting the fact
Magnet
that TL
throw
can
and
still
19 goes
turn
lead.
on
Well, I'm
you.
talking about
Core
even
finds
that
the
game.
angle, goes
So I
for
actually
engage,
watched that
preempts
series.
the engage from NRG. The
Like
TP
G2,
immediately is
again,
coming
you
at
can't
the same
compare
time.
G2
They
and
burst
NRG.
someone down,
Fair.
and then NRG is trying
But
to fight, but they're
G2
doing it
looked
piecemeal.
like
They're throwing out one
there
ulti
was
here,
hope
one ulti
almost
over
the
there.
entire time.
It's never enough to really threaten the carries, Emily.
Yeah, as we see, Contracts is pretty much dead
He's walking in
before
circles.
the fight even starts.
Yeah.
Like, here we go. Core gets off a really good rel engage, and even though Palafox escapes, Contracts is already dead, and then TL can set up the rest of this fight beautifully.
And you can see it's like Dokla and Contracts are trying to kill APA. Equalizer's on him, Sejuani ult's on him, but again, Palafox is on a different target. They're never getting to the same people because the fight is so split. You know, TL just preempts their play. They're never allowing them to get that setup. They're never allowing them to
this
get the
APA's
angles
like
that they would
5th
really
game
like
in a
to
row?
get. And it's just a masterclass by TL in how to manage these situations, right? You know, when the engages
How about
go
could
well
ulted
from
his
a team
E so
conflict like
weird?
NRG
I
has,
did it.
what TL is running can get run over, but
Hands,
they're
I
never
don't know.
giving
This
them the
guy- I don't know.
opportunity
This
to
guy-
really get it going.
Yeah, maybe he's a
Things
mage
are about
player.
to get worse for
So it's just
Energy
not as
here
meta.
pretty soon because of the fact that this is a 5,000 gold lead for TL, but if you look at items, it's still only one fully complete item for all of TL. I feel like those second item power spikes should come through pretty soon, and that means that Energy will really be in a tough spot as Palafox. He'll be okay for now. Impact
Kill
does lose
Daisy,
about
kill
half
Daisy, kill
HP
Daisy.
there, trying to continue to push into this tier 2. APA not going to get the last couple of auto attacks. His Contracts will not connect on the Sejuani ulti. Good use of the Valkyrie from APA there.
Oh,
to
we're
respond
chasing.
to the
Oh, this is
attempted
not a
engage.
bad fight.
Dokla's ready to try to cut him off. Team Liquid continuing to
Where's no
disengage
flash?
now.
Purple level?
Flash away. He redirects the Ornhorn anyway. Right
Gotta
back
dr-
into the energy
gotta
down
drop
into
it.
the
That's
back line.
not the worst.
Is now flanking Energy.
Zone Ivern, so he
He's
can't
found
shield.
FBI as Impact still survives on the other end of the fight. FBI's down. APA's in a rampage. Gone is gone.
He
Contract
lives.
falls. Nobody on Team Liquid is dead except for Impact. But it's a noble sacrifice for a 5-for-1.
Energy's bad.
It's still 60 seconds too early to take Baron. Team Liquid.
Energy's
is
like,
crushing
yes,
game
I mean,
two.
okay.
Beware the
Yes,
flanking
TL's the best
Ezreal
team, but bro,
coming
they just look
around
sloppy.
from the back line.
NRG
Watch
looks
as
so
I want
sloppy.
to see the replay on this because Giannis just
And I won't say that TL's playing well, because
all
even
of
last
NRG
game, they really weren't,
pushes
like-
forward is
Up to
immediately
you,
on
they-
the
there is
back line
windows to
as
lose.
You see them picking it when this fight starts. Jan is going to come around and be able to come here and do damage completely.
Like we miss our
across
ult, like
the
we miss
map.
everything there.
And I
That
love
don't
how-
whiffs,
But we
and they
still chase
go
after.
forward.
Exactly, and I love how APA syncs up to do it with him, right? You know, on the other side of the fight, it starts to really kind of get broken up, and then FBI is segmented. Jan comes in, and APA, instead of kiting back, he's like, you know what? I can just go in. He just goes straight in. It's the 280
Like, all
carries
in for
going
the
straight
orb.
past the Alistar onto the enemy AD carry. They know they have the superior mobility, and they just execute this fight on two sides so well.
And even though Impact
it is
does
what it is.
eventually die, it takes so long. And this is the power of TL sticking with these types of team compositions, even when a lot of other teams around the world are going for some glass cannon, like top lane counter picks. They're sticking
this score is
with the
embarrassing.
tanks, and it ends up looking really, really good in a fight like this.
Absolutely. I mean, these carries just, they can never get to Yon. They can never get to APA. And if you can't do that, you can't win the game. Doko's going to have to drop the equalizer just to try to buy a little bit of time.
All right,
but
we
TL,
got
we're threatening
5
to
minutes
engage
with that
there.
ult.
NRG know it, so they just have to back off. They're just trying to bide their time, and when you're this far down this early, 10K at 20 minutes, your only hope is monster Baron throw, you know, these types of plays where you can AoE them all in the pit.
Swap just makes
But
impact
TL are just
better.
gonna choke
I mean,
you
they're
out. They're going to close out all
they're
the
just
vision,
playing the
make
swap
it so
better.
difficult for you to approach.
But 100% they're just playing it better. Obviously, because they do it more. So they play it better than everybody.
Tier 1. Meanwhile,
That is why
Team Liquid has
Dokla's
taken all
consistently
6 of the
down
lane
and Impact
turrets
isn't.
that are not located
Every
in
single
the
time.
energy base. Energy's
And it also
safety
accelerates
is
their bot
so
lane. It's
severely
actually just
limited
fucked up.
across all of Summoner's Rift, and now Team Liquid is bringing everybody to this topside river. Now it's time to control the vision even further.
This flash.
Poor JJ, not going to be that afraid of being caught by Contracts and Palafox here. He
Look
knows
at
that
fucking
even if
vision
they try to
control,
get
by the
kill,
way.
they would have to commit so much.
Look at all
and his
those
team is
wards.
so close, they could immediately make that not worthwhile for Energy, who are now just struggling. Every step forward is a cautious
What are they
step,
doing for
like they're
Predators?
in a
Holy shit,
horror
they're on the
movie,
same
man.
page?
The jump scare
I mean,
is
C9
right
wasn't on
every
the same
rush.
page
That's
either.
who he's going to lose most of his HP.
Oh, they hit the ult!
Counterattack from
In
Contracts
two?
with the ult, but it's not very good. At least not at this
Game over.
point.
Let's go.
APA's unstoppable. FBI's in the middle of everybody. They don't even care to turn around and kill him. Let Yon mop it up when he feels like it. Dokla gets run over next. It's an absolute steamroller down mid lane, and it's
Fast
painted
game, fast
blue.
series. Who gives a shit? This shit was
Team
filler.
Liquid going
We're
for the Nexus
we're waiting
right
for
back
G
at
Snipes,
the
100
They
Thieves
got a couple
versus
of minions,
Shopify.
and it's all they're gonna need.
Winner goes to the playoffs,
Energy's
loser
got
goes
Uli
home.
and
I'll
Palafox,
take it.
But they want so much more. Palafox already has to reset position. Who he ain't gonna live long in the front line with no
This was
ulti.
a
A couple of
fucking
seconds
ass.
left on Contracts, but it doesn't really matter. Second Nexus turret crumbles. Energy doesn't have the manpower. Team Liquid taking their time because they know they are inevitable. Yon is legendary as FBI and Contracts are right back into the fountain. And Team
It is what it
Liquid is going
Oh,
to
wait, it's true. We get to see G Snipes against the legendary Big Z.
They finish with that perfect score. 7-0. They're the #1 team in the LCS.
And that's exactly what you want to see out of TL, right? Taking this super, super seriously, taking it one match at a time.
Get to the interviews, bro. We don't give a shit.
This split. Impact gets his 400th LCS
Oi!
win. What a career resurgence he's had. And now they have
Bracket they will be playing on. Very likely they're going to try to